What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Frog Tony, the chosen one of CG, the Chicano Stanley. And today, we're talking about Nikoderiko. Before we get into it, before I give you my thoughts on this game, take a look at the gameplay as I tell you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course share this with your friends. Now, as you can see, Nikoderiko has a very unique style. It's very reminiscent of a Crash Bandicoot, Donkey Kong Country, and I am here to tell you that it actually plays very similar to both of those. The difference between Nikoderiko and, say, your Crash Bandicoot is you don't have a spin attack. Instead, you have a sliding attack. Now, that sliding attack is not the only way you can attack enemies. You can jump on them. You can also jump in the air and dive down, stomping on the ground. Now, of course, as all good platformers have, various enemies can be defeated in various ways. Some cannot be slid into because they're protected. Others cannot be jumped on because they're protected that way. You got enemies that are just really dumb, wandering around, not paying attention. But as the levels progress, as things get harder, there's lots and lots of enemies and variety to deal with. That said, the platforming is solid. You have ledges you can hang on. You have walls you can jump off of. You have various other mechanics going on in the game. They all blend together well. You have boxes, you have things you can pick up, you have lots and lots of collectibles. Man, there's so much to collect in this game. You got gems, you got fireflies, you got, of course, the letters that spell out Nico, you got keys to collect, lots of things to do. There's always something hidden in the level. There's always something there for you to find, which is a good thing and also a bad thing, because it a lot of times will lead you to the feeling of remorse, right? You don't want to play the levels over. You don't want to have to keep going back and forth to get all the secrets. So you're going to go and you're going to search every nook and cranny. You're going to make sure that you got everything. And I think that sometimes is a detriment to the game because it slows the game down a little bit. It slows down the pacing, slows down your gameplay style. Especially if you're like me, you need to get every gem. You need to get every level 100% because you know the collectibles are there and you just gotta find them. Much like Donkey Kong, there are bonus levels, right? You can find special areas will then transport you to a new area where you have to do things like collect so many fireflies, kill so many enemies, find a key, various things like that. And just like Donkey Kong, there are animals that you could ride on that will help you along your adventure. There's a frog that shoots little water balls at the enemies. He can jump pretty high. There's a warthog that can basically run into enemies, tackle them, and you have a T-Rex which you can use to bite enemies and then spit them back out, sort of like Yoshi, but a little bit cooler. Like I said, all in all, the game is really fun. It's really fast-paced. I like the music. I like the gameplay loop. There are, like I said, lots of things to collect. You can spend your collectibles to buy things, you know, a lot of stuff from the image gallery, a lot of things like that. Nothing too fancy. You're not getting any extra skins. You're not getting any extra content and no new unlockable characters to play as. But like I said, there's plenty of things that you could buy that you could look at in the gallery if you're into that kind of thing. That was the only real disappointing part of the game. Once I got to that part and I was like, oh, that's what I gotta spend my stuff on. I'm not really a gallery guy. I'm not really a, ooh, let me look at all the character models and stuff like that. So that was a bit disappointing for me. It might not be for you. The game also does not really explain some mechanics. It doesn't explain what you're collecting until later, right? You don't know initially those are fireflies. I had no idea what they were. You don't know what certain things are or why you're collecting them. You just know that you have to because that's what the gameplay does. Just like, as you can see on the screen, I went past the midpoint. There's no tutorial. There's nothing that pops up and goes, hey, this is your save point. This is where you save progress. So that, you know, there's a couple of quirks in there that you got to get used to. It doesn't tell you that you can pound on the ground and then things in the foreground and the background will sometimes bust, opening up fireflies and other things to collect. So once you learn that, once you figure those sort of things out, the game is a lot better. What else can I say? Like I said, it is a solid game. It's very reminiscent of Crash Bandicoot, Donkey Kong Country. If you're into that kind of thing, this is right up your alley. Not too difficult. There's two different modes of play. There's an easy mode for kids. So if you want to play this with your kid, you can play on easy mode. The game's a lot easier. Then, of course, there's standard mode, where the game isn't tough, but it's tricky. There are some jumps. There are some things in the game where you're like, oh man, this is a little hard. but nothing that you as an adult shouldn't be able to get over. Like I said, it's a very solid game. You should pick it up if you're interested in this kind of thing. It is available on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. The Steam one is not released yet. It is still coming soon, but you can get it on the other 3 platforms for $29.99. There'll be a link in the description. You click on that link, it'll take you to a buy page. I do not get any affiliate association with that. I get no money for that. However, it does let them know that you got there from my page. So that does help me, helps the company let them know that I'm actually doing a good job promoting their game. I did get a review copy of this, as noted in the description, but that had no effect on my review. Like I said, I like this game, it's fun. And as you can see, you can also choose to play as the female character, Luna. Instead of playing as Nico, you can play as Luna. There's nothing different in the gameplay. It's the exact same gameplay. There is a multiplayer mode where you can both play. One will play Nico, one will play Luna. So again, if you have a kid, if you have somebody at home, brother, sister, that you want to play games with, this has a good co-op mode for you guys to enjoy. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. Let me know what you think about the game. Is this something up your alley? Is this something that you would be interested in playing? Like I said, for me, it was real fun. I enjoyed it. Great game, great pacing. The price, even though I didn't pay $29.99, I think this is worth $30. But again, let me know what you think. And as always, love, peace, booty grease. I'm out this bitch.